Hey everyone, sort of know I've been dropping little teasers about me going to buy my dream car. When we say dream car, it's more of a car that I lived a lot of good memories with back in the early 90s, and it was my favourite car back then and I always wanted one. I did get one and went through a lot of transformations. I sort of mastered the craft of modifying cars a little bit on that. Like I swapped 4 9-inch diff into it, I swapped V8s in and out from 6 cylinders, gearboxes. I repainted it probably about 4 times, redoing the bodywork and learning new techniques and different ways at each time. Pulled it apart panel by panel, put it back together again, interior, exterior. The car was technically tortured to death, but it was my pride and joy, and when I did have it on the road, I just loved driving it. So the idea is to recreate one of my favourite versions of the car and just drive and enjoy it. So it's a bit of a personal thing for me, a bit of a very emotional sort of thing. I mean, at my age and being blessed enough where you can say that you can go out and buy the car that you've always yearned for. I don't take that for granted at all. Doesn't mean I can really go out and pay big money. I've got to do everything myself as usual. The budget's already been pretty much spent by buying it, which is a bit of an indulgence to start with. But we've got a really good starting point of this thing. So without any further ado, we shall introduce you to the new member of a family called Woody, and he's the Kingswood WB Ute. Now, I've seen some really mint condition ones come up for like 40 grand of these things. 253s, 4 speeds, full country pack, maybe nearly in the colour I actually like. I mean, God, if you got the money, I guess you're not the kind of person that's tinkering in the shed either, really, if you can go and drop that on a car. So that's your cup of tea. But for me, I've always been the kind where I like to buy something pretty much in this condition and I build it into what I want. It doesn't really cost me that much by just using my labour and a bit of material, and it's a bit of a passionate sort of thing. So I've always been that way. I always buy the sort of worst car, but then I turn it into what I want. A bit of a duct tape dream, I guess, like that, where you don't have the money to actually be able to drop on that dream car. Not that it really exists. If someone else has built it, it's technically not yours, I don't think. So by the time I'm finished with this will be mine, exactly how I want it, down to the last spray gun stroke, sanding of a body file, that sort of thing. So let's have a little look around him. We've got a good starting platform. The interior is actually pretty good already. It was a factory 2-seater, factory 4-speed 6-cylinder, but it has been turned into a 253 V8 now. Power steering, no aircon, but I'll take the power steering over the aircon even though I'm in Queensland any day, because I just prefer it, and I tend to drive with the windows open all the time anyway, especially when you've got the little thong slap exhaust. It does have not a bad exhaust on it at the moment, but I'm looking at just going traditional 2 inches, and you have to bear with me because the handle on this thing's broken, so I'm trying to there we go. Got to find the right way. It's got to be spun round, but you can see it used to have the big bumperettes on it, got all the holes there. I'd really love to have a set of those, but no chance of finding them. Part of me feels like having to go up and making a set, making a mould, Don't know if I can be bothered. But there she is, the baby Iron Lion. Little 253 blue motor. It's got a Holly on top. It's got some massive pacemaker extractors on it. Little 350. I'm going to actually approach a bloke. I've got a rebuilt Quadrajet sitting on a Discovery V8 Land Rover I used to have. I'm going to approach him and see if I can buy that carby back, because they'll bolt straight onto that. And I've actually jetted it all ready to run to a smaller motor. So, but apart from that, I mean, it's got like a little bit of panel damage here, but it's still got the sort of got the contour of a guard still. Dent down here on each side where, I don't know, the jacks come out. Little dent here. But as you can see, there's no bad rust. The worst bits is probably just here where it's cracking out a bit on both sides. But that's the only rust. The floors, the cowls, it's all in really good nick. It's got this bad crumple in this back corner here. I could probably just try and pull that out, straighten it out, and even if I've got to cut it out and just hammer and dolly it straight and put it back in, we'll work that out. Just got to try and figure out where the tail light's actually sitting, whether or not it's perfectly in place, or whether I need to try and stretch it out, or whether it's just a panel that's got to be fixed. Yeah, but wait for this. On the way home, I already put a deposit on these two to fulfill that look that I'm trying to go for. These are near on the exact same as what I had. I've got in a few comments where people saying, oh, leave it patina, leave the original look. Can't do it. It's not the way I want my ute to look. Don't look run down and beat to shit sort of thing. But found a full set of Krager SS rims in pretty much mint condition. Not bad price either. All 14x8s, which I love because that's what I used to run. I had the Speedy Californians on my first WB, exact same pattern as this, just a knockoff version of a Krager's pretty much. They are different in the actual offset by the looks though. They are all 14x8s, but we have a deeper dish one going on the back, and the front ones are pulled in a little bit. And we have a brand new tailgate. It does have a WB bumper bar down here too, because it's actually got a HZ bumper bar on it now by the looks of it. But honestly, I'm thinking I'm going to build my own polished alloy 5-post bull bar for it, because I'll probably do that cheaper than trying to rechrome that bumper bar. So the idea is probably weld up all these holes, weld up all the clip holes, and we shall turn it into something quite nice. Wouldn't mind finding the traditional GDS dash and the center console, because I want to sort of turn it into something close to like you bought it off a factory floor and it's just in brand new mint looking condition, and I've just slapped a couple of hot dogs on it, a set of wheels and bull bar, and start driving it sort of thing. So we'll see how all that goes. The mirrors, I think I have found reproduction Gemini ones, TXTD or something, Gemini ones. They're the same plastic square looking ones the WBs ran, so wouldn't mind running those because I do like that style of mirror. My first WB I actually ran XY GT teardrop mirrors on that. I actually went in rare spares and found them and bought those and bolted them on. Not greatest for practicality wise, but they look the part and actually look quite nice. So, but yeah, but like I said, even the tray isn't really bashed around. It's just surface patina really, a bit of surface rust here and there. So there's no real large knocks or dents or anything. All around the windows it's pretty structurally good. So that's it. Not everyone's cup of tea and what everyone would call their dream car, but for me it's my dream car. So that's what we're going to be working on as my own personal project and my own personal love. Turned into something pretty cool. I'll put up a picture now and that's pretty much what I want to sort of get this back looking like. So that was a bit of a Venetian red burgundy hybrid colour I did. I painted my brother's EJ in Venetian red. I really always wanted to paint the WB Venetian red, but I never got round to it. And by the time I came round to painting it again, I had 2 litres of burgundy and 2 litres of Venetian red left over, so I mixed them both together and put, I think, about half a litre of gold pearl in it too. It was an absolutely amazing colour. Like, I'm sort of tempted to actually try and do that colour again, because it just glowed in the sun. It was amazing, but I think no more mucking around. I think let's just go for it. I was really wanting it in the first place, and that was that dark burgundy Venetian red factory looking WB with a twin 2 inches hanging out the back. Hot dogs, straight 2 inches pipes, no cross pipes, no balance pipes, just twins coming off the extractors separately. So if you want to see this thing come to life, then hit that subscribe button, and definitely join this journey, because it's a bit of a love for me. But before that, we do have a bit of work we've got to get done to the paddy of a patrol, and a mate has just started dropping off panels. Him and his daughter stripped them down with paint stripper in the last couple of weeks. He's got like some KE 70 Corolla that he's building for his daughter, first car, and he wants to get it done because he's nearly getting to driving age. So we've got to pretty much get that sorted out, painted by the end of the year. That's a little bit more pocket money for me and goes into my other projects here, especially for Kingswood. And but yeah, that Corolla is going to be pretty good to see. It's going to be done Nardo grey, and he's got some nice big alloys and flares and a front lip and everything going on. So it's going to be a little bit of a resto mod on that. It will look cool, but we've got to paint it for him. So there's always a lot going on, and still got beef in the background there, and other things coming and going always. The disco's still got to turn up yet, and that's going to be pretty wild when we see that. He's just painted that, so we put the tank back in it, got that going, and he reckons it's running better already. So yeah, so we've got a lot going on, but I had to come to that decision which direction I want to go, as we did the first video about it. Where I was looking at the temptation of going to clickbait and building dumb crap, but I just couldn't do it. I thought I've got to follow my heart, like I do with cars all the time, and decided let's build something that means a lot to me, and I'll share that passion of you. Every body panel is going to be straightened and body folded and everything like that, and we'll turn it into something really good. So please hit subscribe and follow us for that journey.